Good morning. We're going to make a Thien Baffle Cyclone for vacuum in shop vac. My friend inside. We're going to start off by cutting some circles. Good morning. So we're going to cut some circles and we're going to use the router bit for that. going to be the top and the bottom, and they're both going to be, we're going to rebate both of them. So I'm going to leave a lip here, and I'm going to screw this one on the inside. I'm going to make a semicircular here. I think, by right, we should be letting it out over. I'll bring it down to 150 and make a lip around there. Or 350 as it is. The reason we're 350 instead of 340, I didn't go into the hole the first time, the right one, so we draw a line this way and a line this way. So if we do 350, I'm doing this as I'm going along. We're going to do 350. We're going to make a rebate around here. So for the bottom one we're going to cut out like this. But instead of screwing it in from the side, like which I can do the second circle and cut this into a ring. And then whatever I'm cutting on the inside, I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to use clear plastic or whether I'm going to do it in maybe some 0.5 millimeter gauge steel. But I like to use wood as much as I can. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make this into a ring, and then we will put the inside of this will be the radius of the inside of this. So I'll be measuring from this part of the router, not from this part. These are very good because there's even a lock on these. These are for chlorine for the pool. If you don't have a pool and you don't have chlorine, you know, anyone has a pool, they probably go inside is coming up here. I wanted it a little bit smaller. It looks better. Some of them have them solid, but I'll be able to fix this much better. These lids are reinforced as well, so this will be screwed up with silicone, and this will be cut out of the plastic as well. Okay, pick this up. Somebody want a wheel? We're not using that, of course. Let's wait. This is going to be the lid, and I'm going to rebase it down halfway, and that means there'll be a lip around the side, so there'll be a lip like this around the side. So I'll use this one first. Now the baffle, because of the thickness of whatever I'm using here, the baffle might not be the same cut as that. In any case, we're cutting on the outside. But I'm going to use this for the first rebase. I'm going to cut a rebase here, and then, or not a rebase, sorry, I'm going to cut a kind of rabbit around there, trench, and then come back a bit, and then cut it all off then. I'll do that by hand. That router bit, I got that one, I bought that router 25 years ago. You can see it's very dull now, but so I decided to, coming out of retirement, do a little bit more joinery like I did when I was very young. So my friend inside here, he's working for me as carpenter. Here. He's being mute. He doesn't know what I'm doing, but he trusts me. That lip on it. Take it off after if I decide that. So we go in here like this, in here. Might be difficult to put the screw in. Maybe need to go a bit deeper. But, where is my? There's I think it was invented by a fellow called Thien or something, and I think it's about 1.5 inches. Okay, looking around to get some plexiglass. A friend of mine had this plexiglass here, but left over. He's building a microlight, and I can't buy this. Only they have other stuff down there. It's like about 4mm, and it won't bend in the circle. So I'm going to cut up one of these bins instead. Cut up the second one. Shame, but the plastic on this is pretty hard, so we're going to use an angle grinder to stop it chipping. No, we're just using ordinary angle grinder. Oh, with no power here. Where's my power? borrowed this one, it's a spare one. It has my own broken. Go too slow, it melts the plastic, so you're better off going fast. So we're looking at our cylinder height of about 1 foot. When we open this out, this isn't going to be square. 250. Okay, that's about as much as I can get. So I'm going to lose a little bit because this is not perfectly cylinder, it's slightly combed. Now, as I said, well, that's not perfect cylinder, so when you're cutting it, straight line. So we're going to lose loads. Red, okay. fast. Do it on the other side. Get the tape now and measure. It's a bit on the small side, but I have another idea. 170. No need to touch it on it now. So that's our perfect cylinder now, because we straightened out that last bit. Now to cut the join on it, I need to square one side first. I'm still thinking maybe putting a bit of glass in it, but this stuff is heavier than this, and it might affect the vacuum. For good looks, yes, but we're not after good looks here, we're after efficiency. So we will square one side first, and then we will try and make it as tight as we can then. See, I'm thinking of putting wedges in. I should bring the camera in here. I'm thinking of putting wedge here to wedge these out. I'm overlapping it now just for testing. Go for that a bit. Sliding out now because I'm going to square one side. So I decided I'm going to put that little window in it, even though it's a different thickness. We'll make some allowance for it later. So I'm going to get the maximum I can get out of it for the height of my thing, which is 235 millimeters. But this kind of melts when you use a standard disc with it, a concrete disc. That's good. That means it won't crack. If you use a saw on this, you might have seen some shows on the TV where people using plexiglass, and they lose everything. Everything gets broken. So by using this, that's a tip from my friend John. It's from Denmark. So we're like everything else here in the Philippines, we improvise. If we can't get something, we will do it another way. There's trucks on the road here that are good. It's pre-war. So this is the height of my thing. So that means I'll be able to determine how much width I can get. turning. Shaky today. Too many beers last night. My old bar clamps here. You can never have too many clamps. You always want one more, you're always short one clamp. They're great value for money. You can just buy the cheap local pipe and on the end. Our window. The window is kind of handy too. You'll be able to see underneath the baffle if the bottom of it. Then you see down if your drum is full. So just have this lined up here. I cut it a bit small so that we can put the window in. It needs to come out more on the bottom. I'm having a little bit of difficulty here. Maybe put something with a wedge. Maybe it's just not clean. I'll take the bottom. I think it might be clean. Not as easy to do as the one on the top. So saying earlier, I might put wedges around there and fill it up with caulking. So I can move one of my clamps back here. So I'll mark one side first. I need to put something in there to wedge that. I need a second pair of hands, but he's on the camera there. So what we'll do is, okay, now we have the plexiglass in, it's nice and tight. We're going to make up a slip here to go along the side here, where they join one another. It'll also give the whole thing a lot of strength as well. After that, then we'll be doing the baffle then. Okay, so I'm just going to plane up a bit of wood here, a little slip of wood here. It's Philippine mahogany, local wood. It seems. Great little machine then. 1/4 turn, it's a 0.5 millimeter. You it can go to 1/4 of a millimeter if you do 1/8 of a turn. This green glue because we're doing a window project here, there's 30-something windows. I don't know, might make a video on making sash windows. A bit rusty at that kind of thing, but it's waterproof glue. Well, more waterproof than the next one. Class 3.
Pascal,
He's a Dutchman.
Yeah, you think this is going to work, Pascal?
This will work, don't you worry.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I got my doubts.
Them wedges are not big enough.
Huh?
I'm going to put this in here and not epoxy along here.
Look, epoxy I just made.
Epoxy?
Yep.
He just made. Inside's worth looking in amazement. And me?
Then,
I know, I'll put another wedge in there. Hold, here, you hold that. Them wedges aren't big enough. There's one in now. Now we've epoxied inside the inside. That my friend Johnny loves playing with epoxy. So we're going to let that dry and then we'll screw on them slats in the morning and screw the ring. Good morning. Now I must have been very carefully drilling this with big head screw, but very little small screws. There are head on them. I just barely drilled them out with a dull bit so that you don't melt them. If it came down well, we cut this off with a knife, but this will be going inside slightly, so we'll be cutting our circle in our lid around here. So that's fine. It's very lightweight, which is great. We're going to be picking it on and off. We have our window in, just for looks. That's improvised. We didn't have any more of this polycarbonate. So next thing we're going to do is make our baffle. So our baffle, this will be the radius. When I said earlier that we had, it depended on what thickness of material we had, and this one is about 1/8 of an inch or something like that. So we'll measure across and we'll get our diameter, and then we'll get half of that for our radius. And when we have the radius of that done, then we'll mark out the 120 degrees at about 1.5 inches in, or 35 millimeters. Okay, so I'll just pause the camera. 120 degrees here. And that will fit in here like this. It will be screwed in here. I'm not going to fit it right now. It's just screwed here. I'm not sure if it'll need support. We'll make it the corners nice and smooth, because that's what the reason I'm not going to put that in now is because I'm going to start working on how to do the pipe coming in. I don't know if it matters what direction, I can't imagine, but I'm thinking of putting some sort of a block here to support this, although this is very solid. It's solid because it's held on the bottom and it's held on the top. So maybe just put this in with glue gun for now, but it will be coming in here with a 30 or 45 degree bend, which I have to go and buy. So we'll just give this a quick sanding down. That's that step done. Maybe. I think the smoother this is, the better. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're completed that phase of it now. The pine is made. It's only a matter of screwing it in later on. Now let's go and work out what sort of fittings and pipe fittings we have here. I have this one here sorting all my screws. You see. We have screws everywhere. I'm so badly organized, so be sorting out everything. Rex is his name. Now I'm going to attempt to cut this with a jigsaw. This jigsaw, old Bosch. I bought it in 1985, so it's probably older than most of you watching this video. I'm going to attempt to cut this with the jigsaw. Probably not such a good idea, considering I have a rough board. But I can cut it a little bit bigger. Seems to be going okay. Just want to put this here, just keeping it up because of this rim here. going around the drum. Smooth it off if we want to. And another reason I recommend these, if you have anyone with a pool, all the strength that's in these buckets, like in the lid, we've got these cross ones here. So we'll get our baffle and we'll put this upside down and see if it looks. Now, you see? So it don't matter if this is coming out a little bit, because we left this slightly big. So all we have to do is screw this down in this with some silicone on top of it. That will be our next job. I think I'll use them same screws we used. Is this the one I used the last time? The same drill bit, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to drill every one of them because I want this to seal. I'm going to put it down with silicone. For a reason I'm putting it on with silicone is that if we want to remove this and make another bin, if you use epoxy, it's going to be really difficult. So with silicone, we take out all the screw, and the silicone will prise away from the main circle on our unit. So we're going to drill them all. How about you plug it in? You plugged in the wrong one. Okay, let's go. It's a bit hot here today. So I'm going to slightly rough it out, to be slightly rough. I'm going to rough it up a little bit, so with sandpaper. Stick a little bit better. You also take any burr off the drilling. Strength of this, you can't even twist this even when you have cut it out. It's just really, really strong because it's carrying chlorine, and it comes from Japan, I think, most of the chlorine in the Philippines. Put that there because we have to go and get the gun for the silicone. Everything rusting here. We live beside the sea, the ocean here. No, it's very hard to see from here. So lots of things rust. So anyway, I'll still like living beside the sea.
Oh, Tempa.
Shut up up there.
Okay. Nana. Nana.
This gun is not releasing back. I'll have to put too much in it, but I'm going to put two rolls around it anyway.
Oh, balina. Oh, asa. Oh, pwede na.
What do you want, the drill?
Drill.
Yeah, bring it.
Okay.
Don't let it overheat again. It's only a cheap drill, you know.
Tangtangala man ng gamay buhay. Oh. No, sa ilong. Tumoy. Ano?
That long screwdriver of mine. I'm going to speed up the video for this part anyway. Oh. Both these screws. Not too tight, and you pull it through. Like that one there.
Ha? Katong gamay dako. Ngarisa.
Every second one first. I'm going to run a bead of silicone around here as well. What do you want? You want to be in the video?
Daka. Ang dako di ay.
Be in a soap opera down. No, couch a soap opera. What's the latest one? John Lloyd or Piola Pasquale.
Ano ko ban dai?
Rapidize. I don't know if I go too well with me. And had the orange in 45, you did?
No.
I want you to get, do we have orange pipe? Have a look. I don't want to come in at 90 degrees. Most of it's out already anyway. It's That's an inch and a half long. That's pipe we use for water, not for... It's an ordinary sewer pipe we do, or drain pipe. And I'm sloppy now. I don't have any water, I'll use a bit of this for it. Dai, come sta? We're on video here, will you just wait 1 minute? Morning. You're on video there, we're making a YouTube. YouTube or whatever you want to call it. You can cut that to him. I'll be bringing it actually in from this side first. So I'm going to cut this down now to my line. Out here. So we're putting a short piece of pipe, not this one. That there like that, and another one in here, so that inside of this isn't interfered with. So because we're going to be like that, some angle like that. Grind off some of the sides of this, bring it down. Don't have to be that strong. I don't have a rasp. Not bad now. Now, actually, only a little bit more than the circle. You're talking about there's nearly no gap at all in it. So, I don't know whether to put that on with epoxy or to. Worked out fine anyway. Worked out a lot better than what I thought. Worked out good, did it?
Yeah, very good.
And we've got this line down here. You see, we've got this. Hold that there. It's going to. The wind is going. And I might grind this down a little bit to get it closer to the side. Yeah, cut it straight now. So what I was saying in the very beginning, the difference in thickness between this and this, I was kind of worried about it, but it was like less than 0.5 millimeter. I thought it might interfere with the. We'll know when it's working, but I don't think it's going to make that much difference. Earlier I got a paper disc down here which just scraped the chisel along here so that they run in. And there's this tiny gap there, and we fill it with silicone, so it's perfectly smooth around there now. Is that nice and straight, yeah? Is that good and straight, yeah? Now we'll take it out and put it in the opposite way. Dirty on the inside, we don't want that anyway.
Okay.
And we ran out of battery there on our thing there. So I drilled a hole here, and I put this in here like this, and I drilled a hole through here. Can you see around here? So I'm going to put a little bolt through it. We're going back in here like this. Put the screw through here. I don't want much interference, so that the screw is hopefully will countersink itself a little bit. And we have a washer that goes on here. Because I don't want to deform the shape, I'm going to put a little piece of a shim of wood or something in here. Down here, as you can see down here. gap between there and there. Just put a little shimmy down here, a little wedge down here. So don't distort the shape. And then hopefully it'll turn without turning the inside. Around here, I'm going to put a second knot on that. The shimmy came out anyway. That's fairly tight. It's just here now needs to be fixed. So it's fixed on that end. It's tight against this. So it's fairly good joint, you can see, for kind of mostly guesswork. I don't know what to put around it properly. Only put silicone in the end now. Something to hold it. To drill another hole here and put another screw in. Put another screw in. It'll be. I don't think it'll make that much difference. It needs to be supported down here. Okay. Now they can have the drill back. Tell them to come down for it themselves. Tamp it down.
Oh.
I need somebody.
Okay.
Okay, you can stand up there and you can do it. A bit astray there in the middle of that. Kind of guessing the angle on this. Just going to sit down on this like this.
Yeah, yeah.
I can always pack this with silicone after this piece of wood goes on if I need be. We're going to seal it on the inside as well. So now okay, we got that pipe piece in nice and snug now, and the piece of pipe will fit into that. So that means what a piece, anyone I want. It depends on what thing I'm using afterwards. I'm going to put 2 screws down here. That hole is the wrong one. We were going to put it out further there, but so I'm going to drill 2 holes now. We're going to do the... Okay, cut that with the jigsaw just there now. The pipe is going down. I'm going to leave it adjustable for temporary till we're going to decide. Nearly go in without sanding. Whoa, that's a good jigsaw. Better than my last attempt. This one looks very sturdy. You can pick it up by this. Oh, I'm really happy with that. This is removable for now anyway. Some people have it up near the top. Others say it should be an inch below the bottom of this pipe. So we're going to have this removable. I'm going to make it fairly tight, so before we fix it full time. I don't have a vacuum yet. My vacuum is ordered, but it'll be on the end of this video. I'm going to borrow a friend of mine's small vac. We have one here ourselves, but it just decided to break yesterday, an ordinary house vac. I'm going to do something, maybe tidy this up here later with a chisel or something. It just looks a bit ugly looking. Maybe just bring the circle around. That's me being fussy. I'm not usually that fussy. There you go. We're a little bit more than below it than we were. So what they say that this should be maybe 1.5 or 1 inch below that. I don't know. Some say if it's down too far near the bottom, if the thing overfills, if this overfills accidentally, even though you can see it through this window, this thing is going to suck all the dust up out of here. So we'll do it. It'll be trial and error on that one. Everyone has their different opinion on it. Now that made it such a good seal now that no problem. Now we're going to put on the... These are locked really well, these. Because these hold chlorine, right, so they have to be really well sealed. So we're going to put in the Thien Baffle now, and that's the project finished then. Most people say put the Thien Baffle down, or the Thien Baffle down further down. Everyone has a different idea where... I'll search my baffle. Everyone has a different idea where this goes. Most people say bring it down near the bottom, okay? But some people say forward of this pipe, some say halfway on this pipe, some say behind. The point is, I'm thinking to put it here for now. And we can adjust this. We can fill up the hole. So, we get the marker here. It can't even, them other pens won't mark this stuff. Mark in the end. And a mark in the end here. I'm going to drill some holes now. So, we're going to just measure down maybe the width of the ruler. Can you hold that there? Snake. Am I going the wrong way with that? No. Where's my other nail? Oh, it's here. So that's the end of my baffle. And that's the end of my baffle of my 120 degrees. So we'll put screw. Okay. Paused a bit. Okay, we're complete now. I put the screws around here, I drew the line and drilled a hole, and then I marked where the holes were on this, and I took this out and drilled a hole a little bit bigger than the screw in a little bit, and then lined up the thing. A lot of people are worried, I think, that this isn't going to be strong enough. But the fact is, if that was square, sure, that will bend. But now that this is a curve, when you lift here, the pressure goes down here and up here. So it's strong. It's as strong as hell. I'm not going to bang it down. It's not going to do that. It's going to break the plastic. So maybe modification later is to cut this bigger one, but it's better to have it small in the beginning and then big. So this one, when we were fiddling around here, we broke the silicone a bit because we were pushing this in. Just have to run a ring of silicone around that. That's strong. You can lift it up by that. Lift it by. It weighs nothing. Like the whole thing weighs a couple of maybe less than a bag of sugar anyway. So okay, that's it finished. It's not so pretty, but the pipe can still be adjusted. As you can see, if you come in here, you can look right down in. You can see if it's full. So the glass panel is worth it in that sense by putting it in halfway. And I'm down about 1.5 inches below the pipe coming in. So I put the silicone around here, filled it in there, just give it a little bit of rubbery. That's as strong as hell. The pipe there, didn't put it in yet. And that's it. Next we'll be testing it next to see its efficiency. So I'm happy with it. They hold, I don't know how many gallons they hold, or litres. They're pretty big drum anyway. What does it say on them? And they hold 45 kilos of chlorine, powder chlorine. So. Okay, here I am back again. We got our vacuum here. I'm using it for a week now, and there's absolutely no dust in it. Maybe if you rub the side of it with your finger, but I'm going to demonstrate with some sawdust here and big lumps of cement and different things. The hose I have is only 1.5 inches inside. I'm getting a 2-inch hose, trying to source one over here. So we'll start by turning on the vacuum. Taking up the dust. Now, we will open the vacuum. I don't have an assistant here with me today, so now after 1 week of using this, the filter is clean. Inside in the tub, nothing. Not even, just slight dust on the sides inside the vacuum. That's after a week's work. Our thing, we can see down into it how much dust is in it because of putting the window in, so it's not just for show. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. Please like it at the end of the page. It's my first video like this. I'm a little bit shy. It's very hot here today, about 37 centigrade, and I'll leave you with the ocean.